who is the main person who has been putting out this information. I found Kelsey because of Lady Guinevere, the person I told you about earlier who groomed me. She basically got her account banned, taking credit for what Kelsey was doing. So it's really important to follow the main person, because there's also other people out there trying to discredit her, and they're constantly reporting and harassing Kelsey too. And she is the main one bringing awareness about TOTU. She's been doing it the longest. She has the most information. It's accurate.
And her username is Kelsey?
She goes by Kelspiracy. I'll have to look it up, because I'm mutuals with her on pretty much everything. Like, I met her virtually, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's really cool. I'll look it up and put it in the comments or something.
Awesome.
It's important, because there's a lot of people pushing out misinformation, because she's really bringing awareness to it. The people in the orphanage, what's her name? Oh my God. The main woman that's in the orphanage that's doing the majority of the harm to not just TOTU, but several children there. She has basically hired people and got people like mass reporting her, spreading smears about Kelsey, all kinds of stuff. But Kelsey's been trafficked herself, so she's really been on this for months.
Yeah. Ooh, someone put it in the chat, Smokey.
Perfect. It's Kelspiracy. Yes, I think that's how you spell it. Thank you, Smokey.
I just want to make another comment about how, I understand all these things are going on in its real life. So we have to realize that there's actual victims behind these charges. There are people that are. I don't want to be a platform that just condones speaking on this and speaking on other people's experiences and things like that, especially when I can't guarantee them being able to come up here and say their side of the story. So I've realized that we've deterred, and it's like obviously inevitably, because all these things are happening, all these things have happened. But at the end of the day, these are real people's lives, and these are not storylines. These are things that are happening in real life. So it's quite concerning, which is why I continue to talk about it and allow these things to come to light, because I think it's important at the same time. Which is also important why we should just stop giving anybody a platform, like just anybody, like, you know what I mean? Because it's like we give people a platform, and then we wait till they blow up and they're these huge figures until we start uncovering the dirt they've done. When it's like, maybe if we had done our maybe if we do our due diligence before it gets to that point where they're being problematic, or they have these huge cult followings and these cult people that are listening to them, maybe we should do our due diligence before that, which it could be hard to do. But at the same time, these people are like, they literally have large followings and large platforms, and they're literally monsters behind them.
That's basically why I came up here, to just basically let you all know, one, my story with Blaze, because he has brought forward a lot of facts and a lot of people discredit him, and two, that there's a lot of people that he's connected with, Patrick. There's a lot of people that he's connected with. It is a web, and people need to be cautious about who you're blindly following, and be aware of what a parasocial relationship is, because you don't really know these people. I used to look at so many of them as heroes, and then I got to know a lot of them. I became friends with some of them.
That's a good point to make too. And mind you, you guys, that comment is coming from someone who was on the other side. And someone up here and said that they were literally manipulated and groomed by them. So that is as not unbiased as it could get, as someone who was not literally Patrick on the himself. Other side.
Yeah, and not Patrick himself. I've never had any personal beef with Patrick. Like I said, I used to look up to him until somebody else, not Blaze, brought it to my attention what he was doing, and I was like, no, that can't be true. I still like, okay, so I still kind of had this little, like, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Like, I still looked, he was one of the few people left in the fold that I looked at. It was like a good person. And plus he was part of the community that I'm a part of, the big LGBTQ plus community, not the gay community. But I was like, I thought he was still at least good representation. And I still, yeah, I know that part, but I feel like that whole group, if you start looking at them, and I've looked at a lot of them are either one, they're pretending to be something they're not. Like, I've literally exposed several white women that pretend that they're not. And I mean, some of them have almost 1 million followers. And one of the leaders I didn't believe it for the longest time. She had me convinced. But there's a lot of people that are committing fraud financially, and they do this thing called rage farming, where they harass other people, they start this drama, like the llamas that came over here, They start drama. Some people just do it for the attention. Some people do
And
it
it's like,
because
why advocate and why put yourself in those shoes to be a person that does that? That's just so weird to me. But like you said, like the real problem is the parasocialism on these
yes.
apps, and it happens a lot with these content creators, and especially on TikTok, and especially going live can make you feel like you're more intimate. This happens a lot with streamers off the platform. This happens, so it's like when you're constantly going live and you're building these social relationships, social media relationships, like it becomes, the parasocialism is crazy and it's almost scary. Like these people start to build relationships with don't even know you. That's the craziest thing. Like, and it.
Oh, a lot of
No,
them do
trauma
that.
bonding is a
I mean,
specific thing whenever your abuser does a reward in abuse situation where they reward behavior that they like, and then they will enact abusive behavior when you do things that they don't like, and then you form a bond based on those traumatic experiences. But a lot of people call shared trauma and bonding over shared trauma a trauma bond, but that is not what they are. Trauma bond is an actual
yeah, a
medical
trauma
term.
bond is like basically when someone like just you form a deep emotional attachment to someone who's harming you.
A
Yes, and
lot
it's
of them
on
on that
purpose
side do
on
that.
behalf of the manipulator.
But a lot of them on that side do that. I think that's why that person's familiar with that term, because a
Yeah,
lot of them on that
I
side.
can see the trauma bonding type of esque that they're alluding to. But as far as parasocialism is basically just a psychological relationship with like an audience and the person that they are interacting with or encountering, and it becomes like this whole thing where they're like, they think they're friends with them in real life,
Yes.
or it's kind of like a friends with them in real life situation when it's like it's literally it's a parasocial relationship.
Yeah. I had this one woman
It's not
literally
real.
tell me, she's like, I don't know what happened to us. After she started harassing me for somebody else when he asked her to and started spreading rumors about me, she said, I don't know what happened to us. We used to be like really good friends on here. And I'm like, I hardly knew you, Nikki. And I think that pissed her off more because, like, to her, she thought I was like her bestie. And to me, I was like, I remember her face, but I was like, in real life, I always thought she was this young kid, and she's really like some 44-year-old that looks like she's 80 because she's got so much hate in her. She like literally comes on here and challenges people to off themselves, like literally. And then she gets on camera and act like she's the biggest activist in the world. And she's not a white woman. To me, she's like a Carolyn Bryant because she targets people just because she doesn't like them. It doesn't matter if they're from any marginalized community or not. She'll, like, her friends are also some of the people that are not what they pretend to be and they commit frauds and things like that. So there is a lot of people, it doesn't matter their names, it's more the actions. There's a lot of people on this app, and there's a lot of cults and a lot of people that are in groups, multiple groups, that have people in there that are doing it for attention, people that are doing it in there because they're committing fraud. And a lot of the bigger ones, a lot of the ones that stir up hate, you know, tell people to use the mob mentality. There's one creator, he'll start off every message, what's up, my family? Please do me a favor, like, share, stitch, duet, save this video, save it to every platform, tag every creator you know. And then he'll tag all his friends and all his creators, and they will attack the person that they're tagging. It's a mob, it's a cult mentality. They don't fight fights on their own. They use all their connections together because they're all protecting each other against different frauds. Yep, they're doing it. They have this group mentality, this cult mentality. They're protecting each other. They know each other are committing frauds, but they're protecting each other anyway. I've got solid evidence on this for several of them too, like solid evidence. Like I said, one of them, I was the one that first took somebody to court for a simple no contact order because he was passing out my number and shit. Again, doesn't matter the names, just the actions, right? That court case was found, like, it was dismissed. Long story short, it was dismissed, and they all went haywire and they started doxing people like crazy. And then one of them took me to court and she filed police reports. Thank God everything was dismissed. Like, but they've tried. They put in all this effort. They will go through great lengths to paint pictures about people, to try and cause people harm. And you need to be careful on the social media when you start following who has cash apps in their bio because they're trying to do something creative or trying to make something, like art or doing something that's very entertaining, and who's just rage farming to get you to hate other people and making it seem like they're doing it for activism. Because there's a lot of people claiming to be the real activists and they're faketivists.
Sorry to interrupt. Just to let y'all know, Slim went live and Patrick's right on live with him.
Of course he
Of
is.
course, of course. And I would love to know
That's
what
what
he's
Ron would
saying
do.
to him. And it tickles me knowing that after all, like, after everything we're saying to him and everything, I'm like, wouldn't you want to not affiliate yourself with him? And he continues to affiliate himself with him
Honestly,
afterwards.
Because he don't care.
Slim is going to back Patrick no matter what, because he uses Patrick for his platform like the rest of them do.
He
So
straight up said it.
everything he was talking in here tonight, I don't believe shit Slim say. He's a habitual liar. So with him saying that he don't care or he don't pay attention, he definitely knows what's going on. He just does not care. And what he said earlier about about his son shows you the type of parent that he
Yeah,
is
after
and why
he
his
said
baby
that-
mom took his son away from him.
Yeah, after he said that it doesn't bother him that he has his own kid and somebody is abusing a child.
Yeah, that was a
I
red
just
flag. And
I
honestly,
gave up. After that, I had nothing much more to say to him for real besides like.
I just have like a real statement to say to people who I guess the llamas and everything. I just want to say, if you're considering being a llama, or if you are a llama, or if you are easily influenced or anything, I just want to say, just think for yourself and have a mind for yourself. Like, because at the end of the day, you're not getting paid for any of this, and even if you were, it's still want to make it okay, because people do crazy things for money. Like, we see it every day. But I just want to say, at the end of the day, this is an app. You could touch grass outside. So at the end of the day, everyone needs to have their own minds and have their own opinion when it comes to things. Because I'll be damned if I'm sitting up on a platform listening to somebody else telling me what to do through a screen. If that's not insane to you guys, then I don't know what else is. Because especially if you're not getting paid for it, like I have messages.
Facts.
I'm reading through
That is
messages,
100%
and
facts.
I'm reading
Like when groups sit there,
I'm
they
reading
dox
messages.
grandmoms and stuff. Like, that's problematic when they sit there and hide in people's lives and try to record and attack different people's members of that.
Let me just
lives.
say something else too.
That's insane. Right, right. That is 100% correct. Yes, that's 100% correct. That's right.
Let me just say
So,
something really
would you
fast.
like to discuss?
You agreeing with us? I'm just want to make sure. Is he agreeing with us? Is that what
Yes,
it is?
because I've been a moral person. So I've also wondered
So wait, you
why,
don't
as I
support
said
Patrick?
before to you,
Honestly, you don't support
again,
Patrick?
I'm going
I
to
just
ask
wanna know.
again you, why does Sobe have kids on his YouTube,
All
on
right.
his page of
So we're
other
gonna go through
people's
this.
families?
I'm gonna wait till you
Why?
finish.
Hold on. Why is it okay that you and your group go into lives and make it unsafe for anybody in there, where people can't even speak to each other, otherwise they get targeted? Why is it that some of your members can literally
It's crazy
threaten
to me.
children?
Before we get started,
I just want to say,
Can we
because
let
I'm
him
getting
finish? I want him to get
Again,
this off
didn't
his
he
chest. He's been
come
trying to speak to me for the longest, so I just want him to. Can he
and
finish?
before
in here
y'all do that,
doxing
I
you.
don't want to
I
be
just
part
want
of
to
this
say,
I
conversation,
spoke
so
to you
I'm gonna
multiple.
go. Everybody have a blessed night.
Good night. Enjoy
yeah,
sleep. Have a good night.
Thank you guys for tapping in. Thank you so much for your inputs. Really quickly, because I'm just reading messages from my TikTok DMs, and they're basically telling me to be careful because they're gonna mass report me and dox me and post my address and everything. And I just think that's very unnecessary to go through. But listen, there's nothing that they could find out about me that I would be scared. Like everything about my life, I will post my damn self. So the people that are in that are in the comments commenting my mom's name, my mom's with it. My mom, we like, if y'all want to go
Wow,
there,
they're
we can go to
doing that?
war. We can go to war. I promise you, I'm not phased. My
People
mom
are
is not
crazy.
phased.
Like,
My
this
sister's
isn't the
not
country that you can
phased.
get weapons
It's
None of
just an
that. Like, so it's like
intimidation
y'all can
tactic.
find,
It's just
you
an
can find
intimidation
out
tactic.
Hold on, who
everything,
did
every
that?
detail there is. I promise you, you can find out every detail
See,
there is about my
Armageddon, this
life,
is who
and
you're
I will
prepping.
not lose any sleep. None. So continue do your research about me, do whatever the fuck you want. Find what you have to find if that helps you sleep better at night. But I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. And I'm not scared of anybody. I know
Man,
I know you guys are doing this as a tactic to intimidate people and get people scared, but I'm not scared. There's nothing like show up at my address. I dare you. I pray someone comes knocking at my house door
Be
trying
careful.
to try some shit. I pray for that.
Are you in a
Self-defense.
carry?
I pray every night someone is bold enough to try me and come to my crib
You know
on
they
some
threw
bullshit.
a brick through Blaze's window. That's how sick some of these
Please.
people are. They literally
Please,
threw a brick through
I
Blaze's
beg
window.
you.
And he has
I
kids.
challenge you. So like for everyone in my DMs, thank you for warning me, by the way. Like if I was a weak bitch, I would be scared. But
No,
I'm
but they-
fucking not.
he
I
has
don't
kids,
care.
and they threw a brick through his window. Like I didn't even really know Blaze back then, but I knew right from wrong. That's wrong to do. And Armageddon, you came in here doxing him, so trying to act like you're all of a sudden kind. I
It's
have
just
you blocked, and
wild, like-
I don't even know who
hold
you are.
on. You I can't dox him.
Armageddon, can you get
Hold on. Unleash.
Talk.
I want you to answer this clear as day.
Okay.
Was it all right that I can't have my daughter go anywhere on TikTok without them following her, without them potentially
Who
trying
follows
to
your
get her
daughter?
picture and put it online?
Who does
See,
that?
that's the
Who
thing.
does that?
Y'all came up.
Who does that to your daughter?
Y'all did.
I didn't.
I don't even know.
You didn't
your
even
daughter.
know it was
I
my
didn't.
daughter.
Wow.
Y'all did.
I
Who's
didn't.
y'all?
Who's y'all?
I don't even
Sophie
know.
did once.
I don't even
Sophie-
know you.
Scarlett
that you're on
definitely
that
did.
side,
Hold on. Can
Hold
I
on,
talk
hold
to
on,
this
hold
young
on.
man?
Because I blocked
And then
you.
you had Angie, who openly threw threats towards my daughter and talked about she was going to shoot people in their face.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh my God.
Angie?
That's your group.
Angie
I'm
I
not
would
in
have
a group.
never been
do
involved.
that. I really
I'm
need you
not
to
in a
stop
group.
trying to twist that.
I got the
story up.
video. I got the
Angie
video.
said
I got the
if you're
video.
going to
Get me
attack
in a group.
her children, she's going to attack yours. All right, and I don't condone that type of
If anybody
behavior.
come towards
Oh my goodness,
Tanya
bro! All right,
or
I'm trying to answer your
Tanya,
question. I'm literally trying to answer your questions here. All right. Again, we had this conversation before. I don't condone nobody going after nobody's children. Even when it comes to Sobe posting some children, people taking people's children pictures and putting it on his YouTube. Me and him had plenty of conversations about that, right? But I do not police the way he reacts to people fucking with him.
Reacts. That
Okay.
part reacts.
And I do not condone nobody going after nobody's children. Because you remember, this is how it all started for me. Somebody speaking on my child. And I stuck up for my child. And I got my address docked. And my son spoken across on this app. People bringing up him being autistic and shit. As if that matters. That's why Patrick got his ass beat. Because he wanted to talk about my son being autistic on his live.
Yeah, that doesn't have to do with anything.
This whole thing is a mess. Like I'm about to show you guys this message from somebody who is a victim of
Pakai. Ôi, khui kia thảo à, nó bờ rồi.